Hello, welcome to Berger Bites with me, Abby Berger. We're making a bite to eat is all part of the adventure. And today we're going to be combining sweet, salty, and crunchy and making chocolate potato chip cookies. So let's just get started. First, you're going to take 4 sticks of butter and make them room temperature. Now, if you just take the butter out of the fridge, a quick hack is that you're just going to take them, stick them in the microwave, and put them in for 9 seconds. So after 10 seconds, you're then going to take them and flip them. And 9 seconds is honestly a golden time. Don't do 10, don't do 11, do 9, and just make sure you flip them. It works magic every time. So now that our butter is nice and soft, we're going to just stick that into our bowl. And it's definitely going to get a little messy, but baking is no fun without a mess. So now that you have your butter in your bowl, you're just going to kind of mash it up a little bit, just to get any big clumps out. And just so you can get it smooth. And if it's still a bit firm, you can stick it in the microwave again. Do not stick a metal bowl in the microwave, please. But you can still just manage to get it a little bit softer if you need to. Once you've got your butter mixed, now you're going to add a cup of sugar, and you're just going to add all of that at once. And then you're just going to mix again. So this recipe is great because you just do a lot of the same motions again and again. It's all just mixing, and you're really just going to build up all your muscles because we're doing a lot. Once our sugar is pretty much incorporated, we're going to add our vanilla. And so you're going to add a teaspoon of vanilla, but if you add a little bit more, it never hurt anybody to just add a little difference. Add some flavor. And we're just going to mix that in. Up next, we're going to add our flour, and it's 3 cups of flour, but we're going to add them in a little bit at a time, just to make the mixing process easier, and it just helps make sure everything gets incorporated. And just make sure that you are going to get messy, but make sure your hands are washed before you start any big project with cooking, just because we don't need contamination going around. Everybody gets way too sick anyway. So now our dough starts coming together, we can just make sure you pat it down, pat it together. You can use your hands a little bit. And any flour bits at the bottom, just get it back to the top and just get incorporated in. Alright, now we're going to do a quick rinse. So, once you get your basic dough going, you're just going to put that to the side for a quick moment. And now we're going to work on our incorporation. So you're going to get about 2 cups of potato chips. Now, trust me, I know it sounds weird, but they add just fun texture and crunch that just adds so much to a cookie. And obviously potato chips don't fit perfectly into a cup, but you can just kind of eyeball it. I always add a little bit extra just because I like my chips. I like my cookies more. So, and again, they're gonna make this. So you're just gonna put your chips in any basic Ziploc bag. And normally you can use any just kind of blunt, heavy objects. You can use a rolling pin or anything to smash up your potato chips. But I like using a potato masher because I just enjoy the irony of using it. So now we're just going to smash them up. You can take any rage, any stress, and just take them out. Now you don't want it powder, you still want some chunks in there, but it's kind of, again, personal preference. This is great because it's pretty customizable. You can just kind of do whatever with a lot of it. And obviously we're just gonna add your potatoes straight down. Now you're mixing it. Now, finally, we're going to add your chocolate chips. Now, you can choose any kind of chocolate you want. I'm just using milk chocolate because it's my favorite kind of chocolate, but whatever is your favorite, any preference you want. And again, you're just going to mix it in. And just like that, we've got it up. So, now we're just going to bake. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees. And again, just a pan, basic cooking spread. Alright, so what you're going to do is just spray your pan down. And we're going to take our teaspoon from earlier. Give it a quick rinse. And now we're going to use that to just get kind of a basic amount of dough. Roll it. And just place them on the tray. Now, if you want more of a cakey texture, keep them domed. But if you want a bit more cookie-like, you can flatten them. So I'm just going to flatten them a little bit, just to make sure they stick. But I like a cookier texture from the cookie. And of course, they can all be different sizes. Just make sure they're kind of ballpark the same, just to help with baking. Do your best to make sure you get a little bit of chip, a little bit of chocolate chip. And do your best to just evenly space them apart, just to make sure. They'll expand a little bit, but it just helps make sure they don't mix. And now you're gonna bake. So 350 for 14 minutes, and you're just gonna stick them in. And now you're gonna wait. So because there's no egg in these, they're not exactly going to get golden brown. But what you're going to look for is kind of a little golden edge, because your bottom is going to be where you get all the color. And the bottom is where you're going to get just kind of a little bit more crunch from that caramelization of the sugar. And then once they're ready, you can eat. So thanks for watching Berger Bites, and happy snacking, and hopefully you can enjoy these as much as I do.